Oh, I'll just make it quickly. Sorry, I was just getting a drink of cacao, and I didn't know at the time. Hi Sean, hi Violet. That if anyone knows the number that follows me, that this was the name of the one I actually picked, and this was on eBay a while back. So when I realised what the name was, I was laughing to myself. Seven Hills. Well, the number seven that's always following me. Well, 7, 17, I'm 33, but 7 always follows me, and I just thought, oh my god, Seven Hills. Funny. So I just thought that was quite funny. So I'm just waiting for it to warm up a minute before I chat. What a beautiful day today. What a beautiful day. Or like peace on earth. Maybe not to some, but it is to me. So just let me go and check it. Ooh, it tastes nice. If you haven't had cacao, it's nice. It's like, I don't know if it's like, did I say it's raw chocolate or... But it is really, really nice. And I've put it in, I've used it to make like raw brownies before. And this is like a hot chocolate style. So I just put it in some, you know what the shops are like at the minute. So I had to get an oat milk. I think I'm going to go for oat milk or something else. I think oats are supposed to be, are they more acidic? So I don't know, but it's really nice anyway. I've got my earrings on I made a bit ago. I'm going to make some more of these because I think I've got some of these left. You know, for summer coming up when all this is surpassed. But yeah, I just quickly wanted to say 7 is spiritual growth. Yeah, well, funny you should say that, because to me, the flip side of all the stuff that's going on with the whole virus thing and lockdowns and all this, I'm loving it. It's spiritual growth for everybody. It's, thank you. It's a time for people to go within. It's like the right word, a metaphor. So I've just personally found, and this is only going to be a little chat, I'm enjoying it. It's so peaceful because there's not a lot of people out because we're all staying in. Which in the UK now they're saying, I heard the next door neighbour, because I've took no notice. Oh, you're allowed. I mean, obviously we're allowed out to the shops. You're allowed out if you go into the dentist or the doctors or something like that. You're allowed out. Hi, Dina. You can go to the shops. You can go for exercise, but only for an hour. I thought, if I went out in the morning for an hour and then decided to go out in the afternoon, who's going to know? It's not airborne. You know, even if there is a real virus, it's not airborne. It's supposed to be touched. So there's no one on my doorstep with a timer and a camera. Do you know what I mean? To me, that says sheep mode, because you're feeding into, it's the mainstream media saying that in the main places of like certain places. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yes, we're not saying in crowds, and we're not saying going around touching people, but if you're out longer than a what higher tapper, someone said, I heard the next door neighbour say, oh, you know, you can only be out for an hour. So what if you're out for an hour and a half? And you forget time, because I'm forgetting time at the minute. I don't know if anyone's having this experience. I could be cooking something that's in the oven for the kids for half an hour. And I'm not joking. I'm like, the bell's just gone off to say it's cooked. It only feels like 5 minutes. I'm having that all the time. I can look at the clock and go, what? What's going on? So personally, I found it beautiful. I've been in the garden all day with Finn. Like, he's done a few things in the garden. Like I said, he's been homeschooled, but he's not being homeschooled as in he's got a, you know, at school he's got to be there from 9 till whatever. Kids learn as they play as well. But he's enjoying it, he's really enjoying it. He's played with his honestly, I've been praying for exactly. He's been using his bow and arrow and he's really good at it. He's been enjoying that. He's been enjoying we saw bumblebees today, big fat bumblebees. So we know all climate change and all that's a load of rubbish. They say that there's big fat bumblebees, the biggest I've ever seen them, and butterflies. And the sun was gorgeous, and it was like summer, and I had my shorts on and a little top, and that's how warm it was. And earlier on, when it went down, it was golden. That's where I'm thinking of the golden age, and the 7 in chat as I'm speaking now. I'm sure it'd be funny if it went to 33 again, 7. Yeah, and what you just said there, Violet, about you've been praying. I've been praying for 2 years for the noise to stop. I have, you know, like when you're out in your garden sometimes, and there's some kids down the way. Like, yeah, I like kids playing out, and I like to hear kids laughing, but our constant screaming, I don't know what that's all about. If that was my son, I'd be like, stop screaming. There's no need for it. And I don't mean kids being kids playing. I mean just, what is that? So, and then traffic and like, but now, oh my God, it's so beautiful because nobody's hardly out, which is ace. Go in your garden, the birds are singing, the roads are quiet. Yeah, I can hear a few kids, which is normal obviously, but some probably staying in. And it's like, oh my God, peace on earth. Peace on earth. Without all this noise all the time. You know, like men in the big cars making a big noise because they've got a big ego to go with it. You know, like big engines roaring down the road for, oh, look at me. None of that. Oh, it's just beautiful. My perception on it is absolutely amazing. Yeah, peace makes me want to cry. So it is. Some people are scared of peace, and that's what's going to do some people's heads in. Why they're going through this so-called lockdown of you can't do this, and you can't go and maybe watch football or whatever it is of the usual maybe entertainment that they do that keeps them all distracted. It's like, oh, just sit in your garden and just be. That's what I was doing today. I had a picture on my community page. Also this morning, before I shout out a channel, I'm not going to go through it. It's up to you to make your minds up about stuff. Is as I sat early this morning, I got a message. That's how what I say. So it came in the form of a poem. So I'm going to read it, yeah, because this is only a short chat. I'm just thoroughly enjoying it. I have total faith, not just because of the follow the white rabbit and Q thing. It's just, there's a lot of channels I'm watching that I link up with, and I'm just amazed by the orbs I'm seeing. I've just seen Devon and a bit of Devon's, and I've just seen an orb go on. I was watching a woman clean her house the other day. I don't even know. I was watching it, and then this big orb went past in broad daylight, and I was like, ooh, all this photonic energy light coming in and everything. It's just everybody. I'm like, isn't it funny how the people I seem to be linking up with have that energy around them? And also, I don't know if I knew before or just realised that Lady V, if anyone knows Lady V, is a Pisces. Paul off Prime Closure, Disclosure, I think said he's a Pisces, if I'm correct, I'm not sure. Ralph off Infinite Waters is a Pisces. Devin might be, I can't remember if he is or not, or is he in Aquarius? I don't know. But a lot of people are Pisces. And then I'm saying, but if you know about Pisces, maybe that's why. And I'm just like, hi Sky. Hi everybody who's in chat. So I'm going to read out what came to me today. But I know energy form wise, some people might go off like, what you talking about? Because you're talking about energy, but we are energy. And there's a lot more behind Q and Trump and all that sort of stuff. I've said there's a massive bigger picture behind that. That's why I'm saying some people are woke, truthers, but they're not awake to other stuff, which is where people think it's all la la, woo woo, and it's not. Now the pictures that I draw when I'm just randomly drawing stuff, now I found this little plastic folder and I thought, oh yeah, I was doing pictures on separate paper. Now see these? I know what these are now when they come out of my head. These, what look like orbs, these to me are energy forms or people's, like the consciousness out there in the ether, whatever you want to call it, the void, I don't know, whatever. But I work off pictures, and this says, because normally words come in after I've drawn a picture, different dimensions, and everyone's flowing, and different dimensions and energies flowing around us. Like I said before, I believe the orbs are energies in a spirit of other energies that were here, energy forms. And our energies, because you've seen them come out of my hands and everything, there's still people going, oh, it's dust, but they're the people who are not really, I don't know, doing the work, are they, on the sort of energy stuff? Time to connect to to your crown, exactly. So there's that, and then there was one that I've still not finished off yet in this book, because I've got, you all know if you watch me, I've got loads of books with all different things in. It says, free minds love, see from a higher point. Code sun energy, sat in the sun today. This isn't finished yet, but obviously there's an elephant in the middle and there's all this going on. And then one I quickly just did today, because it's just what I felt, and I coloured it in, but I do like them in black and white and wish I hadn't have coloured in because I messed up on the felt tip. But it is what it is, and whatever it's representing, it's representing. So there's this one. And it was supposed to be yellow because I was thinking of the golden age and yellow sunflowers, but my yellow ran out. My felt tips are running out. So, yeah, they weren't doing very good. So it went a bit patchy, but you can still see it. So, you know, I think it was feeling the love vibes. The yellow flowers were supposed to be representing the golden age, and the butterflies are like higher consciousness when I look at it now. And the blue hair thing is just because normally when I connect here, I see a blue, and it is like that Tiffany blue, like the picture there. And I did say I think I said to Devin the other day through Skype, I had a dream, and I don't remember the dream much, but I just remember I was talking. Well, I don't actually remember if I was talking in the dream or we were talking through telepathy, because nothing was actually said. So I can't really remember what was said. It was just like we stood there. That's the sort of vision I remember, stood there with 3, I think, could be more, other, I don't know if they were people or beings, but I got that blue energy again. And then Devin said, was it something like, I think he said Ishtar or someone, or Kanesh, I can never say the name, which is funny. Is that the elephant there? You know, the sort of Indian sort of deity thing. And I said, yeah, something like that, because funnily enough, this picture, if anyone knows, I went to New York last October and I just found it too noisy with all the programming. But I found this on the floor, and my sister went, "Oh my God, that's a bit like you, that, isn't it?" And I went, "Oh yeah, I'll just keep it." So yeah, Swami Hindu temple. So this is from a place where you can go in New Jersey, apparently. I think it says that. Yeah. So yeah, something like that. That was, I think, yeah, the other day, but I can't remember. I mean, my subconscious will, but I can't remember. So no notifications, no, that's no surprise. So there's that, and then after those pictures, this is the message I got in well, it sounds like a poem, so I'm going to read it. I haven't even written it out nicely. It's a bit like what I've always said, like automatic writing, when I start writing and it just comes out. So this is how it came out. So I've got to look at it now, like, yeah, what does it say? In an age of information, we are becoming the transformation within every nation. Free from the mind control, free from the mind prison, we are the light prison. Is that how you say it? Prison? Free from the mind prison, we are the light prison. All the light from the one. A higher consciousness has begun. The way home is within the heart. Here now comes a change and a new start. No fear, only love of a new day. Ground fast, the light is here to stay. Love and light to all, we win, they fall. That's just what came in. And I thought, yeah, I like it. I like it. Because we are the prism of all that light spectrum, but we're coming away from the mind prison. So, yeah. And then I did a bit of grounding myself in the garden today, and I did a bit of little bits of meditation and breathing just out, like breathing in love for myself, and then just blowing out, anything that I might feel is trapped there. And I just sat there, and it was just gorgeous because the sun is like a massive hug, and I am still reading the book of light medicine, which is what we all need. Because think about it, people, they don't want us going out a lot. But the sun's out in the UK, and if you're from the UK, normally the weather's been crap. And every time the kids are off school, the weather's rubbish. Now we're off school, the weather's beautiful, because if people don't know out there, they do have weather manipulating machines. So I'm thinking, I think we're going to have a nice summer. I think we're going to have to start having the proper weather we always did. And we should be in the light. Of course, they don't want us to be in the light because the sunlight, because it's energizing. It's got vitamin D. It's got all that stuff we need. We need to recharge with it. Without the sun, people get that syndrome where they feel sad syndrome. So of course they don't want you to be outside. So I say get outside. They're not saying you can't go out. They're saying you can go for a walk and exercise. There's so many people taking the mick right now with that as well, having a bit of a laugh. So yes, you can go out. You can go a walk to the shop to get your food, and you are allowed out for exercise. It's just big congregations, and obviously not going around touching anyone. So people who saying it's only for an hour, how are they going to know? You went out in the morning and the afternoon. That to me means mind control yet again. Yes, we know we're being safe with certain things with contact. Obviously, you'd do that anyway if you had full-on flu or a disease. You would do that anyway. But the fresh air is good for you, and the sunlight is very, very good for you. So, if you're not going out like for an exercise walk or something like that, and you can get the light in your garden, get out in the garden. If not, a balcony. If not, somewhere sunny in your flat, apartment or house where you can sit. I've done it before when I've sat in my bedroom and the sun moves round. I've been following the sun round in the garden as it came to the front. Later on, I went upstairs and sat in my bedroom for a bit and was putting this together. Trying to put one of the meditation mats together, just doing the side bits of it, of one of them. It's got to have a few little sparkly bits on it, but just trying to get this one finished. And following the sun round, basically. A poet too. Oh yes, I'm many things. But there was a funny little thing on oh my God, what's my dad sent me? Hang on. I have to check this out first. It's one of these funny ones where someone's sneezing. This is hilarious. Wait till you see this. Like the cat one the other day. And then there was another one where there was a guy. Let me show you. This was funny. Watch this one. So he's going out. He shouldn't be out. He's just going out for a fag, for a walk. The police like, oh, you're not allowed out a lot. So then he pretends he's starting to exercise because he said you can go out and exercise. I just love the way people are being. They're not, a lot of people aren't being all doom and gloom. And then you've got these ones that people are seeing. There's loads of these ones going about where you're getting people, because they're on lockdown. So they're all like, you've got to have a laugh, haven't you? Oh, 17 in chat. So what else was I going to say? And I'm really not feeding into a lot of stuff anymore. I've come right down with it all. Why it's all just, happening. Also, what else was I going to say? I was going to say... don't know where I've put it now. I wrote it down, and I'm like, where is it? I always do this. I'm like, you were just in front of my face. No. What? Is this by magic? It's disappeared. Oh my god. Oh, is that it? Yeah, to me, it's just a time to heal. It's so funny because to me it's just a movie being played out, and I will shout out Magenta Pixie. I was going to play a lot of her video today, but it's a long one and I don't want to be here all night. And I'd say please go and check it out if you're into the sort of dimension stuff and energy stuff, which we are a part of, but a lot of people won't look. Very intellectual people. I don't mean all intellectuals, but there's some out there that just won't get their head around it because they don't believe in it. They don't realise we are part of something, and this whole thing is part of something massive anyway. It's not just a queue. And even Magenta Pixie says, I'll go through a few things she says because go and check it out yourself. It's not for me to say what she's saying. You've got to decide for yourself. But she just saying it. She does talk about Trump, and she even says, people who don't like him, but at the end of the day, he's not. She said he's what was the word she used? He's not. She said something like Eisenhower and JFK were not, they were, what's the word she used? Meaning the word puppets, they were wanting to do their own thing, and I can't remember the exact word she said, but we all know that about Trump. He's not. He's, I don't know what the right word was anyway, but she was speaking about that. She was speaking about Q. She was speaking a bit about people's channels and people saying, oh, we know what's happening, but it's not that even Magenta knows everything, you know what I mean? She's saying that there's reasons why we don't know everything, but if we're saying we're on a timeline, I do believe we're on that timeline. She's even said, it sounds contradicting in a bit, but if you get what she's saying, she get what she's saying at the end. We are on the timeline. We're not going to World War III. We're in it. We're in a silent war. Hillary was trying to cap the point off with the New World Order. People think the New World Order was coming in. The New World Order was already here. She was just capping it off, basically. She was just capping it off. So all this crap of the New World Order is coming in. No, we're in it. We've been in it. They just wanted to cap it off. They're still trying to cap it off. And she did go through a bit of that. But we all know really what's played out above in the higher realms of consciousness, if you want to say, come down here. But we have to do the work. And this is where I've said before with the ripple effect, you'll hear that with a lot of people. We had to have a ripple effect over time and time and time. But for me personally, in my way of thinking and my belief is, we are on that timeline, and I do believe the good things will come in and we will go into the golden age, even though they're still trying with other dimensional beings and all this energy stuff that can come in, because I personally see a lot more people waking up, and it's been very fast. And I don't just mean with Q, I just mean on so many different levels, because to me the Q thing is just part of that consciousness. And as she says in it, exactly what I've said, it's a tool. It's not saying it's a be and end all of everything and that knows everything. I don't even know if Trump knows the whole thing of the big thing of who knows. But what I'm trying to say is, I've always said Q is a tool, as in that is used for you to question everything, even yourself, and to research yourself, but also research within yourself, because this is what it's all about. And it's so hard for me to explain the ins and outs of everything of, what is it, the microcosm and the macrocosm, where the micro down here and the macro up there, when that comes in, and the alignments of planets and our chakras. I've tried to explain it the best way I can, but it's just because I know within, and I find it really difficult to express, though I know a lot of you get it because you're resonating with bits, and I do it a lot through art, but you can just see where the timeline's going. I know we don't know everything because they're not even supposed to know, but the way she does explain some of it, it's like, yeah, but most of the things she's saying, I'm agreeing with, you know, but the biggest thing I'm getting out of right now is the right now. We're all okay right now. I know there's people losing the jobs and there's people fearing this and fearing that, but like I said, I don't think it's going to last that. Nothing lasts forever. And I do believe our government is supposed to be, supposed to be helping us out with money and stuff, but do remember that I did say a lot of people at the minute are talking about the reset of the economy with, so some jobs are going to go, but what you've got to think about, you might not know the high ups of that job might not have been in the well for all, if you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of corrupt places. It doesn't mean just because you work somewhere you know that they're corrupt. How do you know? Them systems might not be working for the people in the future, so maybe that's why they've gone in a sense. Who knows? But I know there's all that going on. But also, she did say that most people are saying about the reset. And the biggest thing that I've been shouting out about that some people do not get, and she said as well, and someone sent me a great video that I'm going to play in a minute because it's only short. It is one of them voice things. But she said, oh, isn't it funny how this sounds like Q? And I was like, yeah, it is. When people say, why has this not happened? Why have they not said out loud? Learn about who mainstream media is and then you'll find out why it's not get out. Number two, the white hats, let's say, and it's not just the white hats, there's other things going on as well, but they are part of a helping, let's say. When they're bringing things out, how they are bringing out, and they've got to play part of the game, that's why it looks like Trump's playing part of the game of some things on mainstream media, they're doing it within the law. And they have to get the right justice system in. Hence what happened with Kavanaugh, where they said this and they said that, and they wanted Ginsburg in. Ginsburg, if you do your homework, was a horrible judge who said paedophilia was okay and bestiality was good, and she was bringing in all them sort of rules. Yeah, where's she right now? Don't know. You have to have the right justice system in. And this isn't just in America. This is over here, and it will happen because what happens in America flows over here. And that's exactly what Magenta Pixie said. And she said the exact same thing as me that I've always said. Oh, Dolly, why are you too interested in America? Because it's the last beacon of hope, and what flows from America shortly follows over here and everywhere else. That's a fact. And she said the exact same thing. And if you've been watching me for a while, I've said that for ages. They are going within the law, so they can't be pulled down anywhere saying it wasn't in the law. The other side, let's say the black hats, they don't do things within the law, and that's why they're going to get found out for what they're doing. But this side, the white hat side, are trying to do it. They are doing it within the law, and they've got to get the justice system in. So you've got to take all the corruptness out before, which is what I've been banging on about. So no, it couldn't be that quick because you have to make sure everything's in place for when everything happens. Because if you're arresting people, and you haven't got the right system in and the justice system and the right things there for them people, how the hell do you get these people? It's not going to work, is it? You can't just arrest them and then go, oh, we've got nowhere to put them, hence why Gitmo has been extended and other things are going on. We've arrested them, but actually all the judges there are all corrupt anyway working for them. Why would you do that? And because there's thousands of people around the world, more, I don't even know how many, that are all involved in this. That's why it's took a long time. How the hell do you get all that? And Trump's done well in the nearly 3 years that he's been in to do all this. So people really need to start using the noggin about how things actually work when you're trying to do it within the law. Bit easier when you're not doing it within the law. But she also talks about a lot of things like that and different things and this, that and the other. And bits that I agreed with and bits that I didn't. But basically on the same wavelength. But I tell you who else got up my nose today, and if Dave Maud is in, you'll know who I'm talking about. Now, there's a channel called Naughty Beaver, and the reason why I'm going to shout this name out is because I've had a lot of people coming over saying, oh, Naughty Beaver said this, Naughty Beaver that. I used to watch Naughty Beaver ages ago, and then I just fell off because I thought there's something, I'm really not resonating with this person or this person's channel, because I went over today and he's dissing Q, and it's not about dissing Q, because a lot of people are falling off because they think they can't see something because they're not waiting for the bigger thing that's happening. Anyway, but it's not even that, even if you're not into Q and you're watching me right now. It's the fact that this person put a video up of this automatic voice talking about Q. But to me, people in that chat, even if they were thinking of going looking at Q, it's like, that isn't a Q channel. That isn't like X22 report. That isn't the Q drops. That's just some channel you've come across because someone said something. You've gone and looked at it, put it on your channel and poo-hooed the whole thing. Because it does sound a bit funny because it's an automatic with voice, and I sort of went in and went, that's ridiculous. That's not anything to do with Q. That's not a Q channel. The people who do throw out a lot of stuff like Amazing Polly, X22 Report, all them good channels. I think I don't know if it's X22 Report. I think they fell off a bit of Q now. I think they've started to call them, but not surprised, they're advertising stuff. But this is how people go when they think they're not seeing something that are happening behind the scenes, which I still have a strong faith in, because it's even more to do with that. But when people are putting stuff out like that, and it's not even a proper sight of what people are talking about and the proper, I just think disinformation. Because that's not what proper QAnons and proper patriots around the world that are on Q are actually looking at. So when people go over to that channel and go, oh, I've heard about this Q, or they don't believe in it, they just look at that and laugh at it. And it's like, and this person, the reason why I'm shouting this person out is the whole fact that they seem to talk about the Nostradamus, I had a Nostradamus book, I put it in the bin, the Nostradamus timeline. We're not in a Nostradamus timeline. It's a timeline they wanted to bring in. Here's my dad. Dear Deep State, we the people have it all. It was over before it began. End game, God wins. Exactly, Dad. We've already won. And some people say, well, we can't see that. I'm thinking like, well, even Magenta Pixie said she's not sure how it's going with certain stuff. Well, it's not saying they all know because they're not supposed to know. We're not even supposed to know. That's why it's so hard to put a date on something. But talking about dates, listen to this. Right, where's my diary? I had a thought today. When I actually found my diary, but I guess it doesn't matter because I can remember. Why am I just losing everything? Anyway, the word on the street with the Q word is, we could be seeing something or hearing something a lot more by, because he said it was biblical, remember? So think, what's biblical that's coming up? Oh, Good Friday. JFK Jr.'s dog was called Friday, just chucking that out there in case you didn't know. And then after that, it's Easter Sunday, the resurrection. Yeah, the resurrection, I think, liberation. A lot of people have been saying liberation. I've been saying the word liberation, earth. Liberation, resurrection, new way, new birth. But also, I was looking through my diary. Check this one out. What is the Thursday before Good Friday? What is it known as? Because I didn't know this. I just saw it and went, oh my God. Biblical. What is the Thursday before Good Friday called? I even said to my dad in chat, I went, ooh. Got to think outside the box. Isn't it called the Passover? Anyone on the same wavelength? Passover? Passover of what? Energy? Passover of the old guard to the new guard, because that's going. Oh yeah, the Pope's going to be down, because remember, Q said, I don't know when it was, April showers brings May flowers. And it was something to do with the Pope, so we know he's going down. Oh, Breathe and Daddy was yeah, Breathe. And then my dad found a song called Breathe. Breathe, Daddy was a milkman. Oh, it's such a good song, but I don't think I can play, but it's a really, really nice song. So is anyone in chat? No, I'm sure it said on the Thursday, because I'm not well into that side of things. The Thursday of before the Good Friday is Passover. Anybody in here that knows? Hi, Rachel. Oh, 17 in chat. Anybody know? Anybody know? I'm trying to look for my diary. I'm like, where is it? Oh, it's here. It's here. The angel of death, death of the old world. Exactly. Look, I've even ringed it. I was like, yeah, doing my own work here. See? See? Thursday the 9th, yeah, is first day of the Passover. First day of the Passover. Good Friday, because it's a couple of days in it, and then Sunday, Easter Sunday. But what's before that? April Fool's Day. But it could be April Fool's Day on them. Fooled ya! You thought we had a virus, but we haven't. You lot have. Just saying, I don't know if that's the truth. I'm just saying, I just thought of it. I was told to be aware of the 9th. Well, the 9th is the first day of the Passover. We got told about something about the 10th, because it's Donald Trump's initials, you know, the Q drops and things. That's the 10th, that's Good Friday. And then after that, it's the resurrection. So Passover, the 9th, Good Friday, and then Easter Sunday. Passover starts on the 8th, ends on the 16th. Oh, there you go. So if Passover starts on the 8th, finishes on the 16th, just saying Passover of what? 16th. Just saying, it's just a thought to put out there if anyone's thinking right outside the box, because I am. It's all about numbers. But that's like, to me, like the changing of the guard. Is anyone getting what I'm saying? And I'm not bothered about a reset of financial thing, because that's got to happen anyway. The Italy virus thing is covering the mass arrest of about 80 priests. That's what I mean, Marie. All this stuff that's going on with the virus is a cover-up for what's going on. It's not going to happen after. It's all been happening while we're all going on about this. This is why I've been so chilled out. I'm just like the Passover. Free energy. Nikola Tesla, free energy to the world. And we are free energy, so we get freed in the process. That's all I'm saying. But they're just the thoughts and feelings that I'm having today. Of, you know, because if you're into Q and you look, it said it's biblical. It's biblical. Well, they're the biblical bits. They're the biblical times that are coming up. And it makes sense to me. You got the Passover, and the Passover's over so long anyway, with the resurrection as well. So, and even Magenta Pixie was saying something about, oh, and if the internet goes down, I don't believe the internet will. I think it'll be social media. I'm not saying I'm right. I just think we'll still be on some sort of social media, internet, but the social media will go down, because when they're in the dark, I mean, they're just going to hate it, aren't they? But it's all a big show being played out. And that's why I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying, you know, my dad in chat said today, the shops where he went had food in. It was just a bit of meat, was it, or something, Dad? That wasn't in, but all the toilet rolls were in, and the shop assistant said, it's just, what did the shop assistant say? It's just because they're, oh yeah, when people are shopping now, you can't have like 2 or 3 more of the same thing. And my dad said that's what you should have been doing ages ago, then it would have stopped this. I'm seeing things gradually start to slow down. They're pumping it out with all these deaths and everything. You know, people are believing this, that and the other. People can believe what the news say, because that's what they want you to believe, what the news say. So you all stay in and you're all in fear. And I'm not saying there isn't something going about, because there's flus and stuff always going about, and that's what you would naturally do. And you wouldn't actually go around your grandmother if she had a bad chest, or your friends, because I don't do that personally when I'm not well anyway. But there's a lot of things going on in the news where people, oh, I've got to only be out for an hour. It's like sheeple doing what they're telling you to do, when you know damn well it's good to be out in the fresh air. As long as you're not congregating, that's all I'm saying. Q in February had something about lockdown in the US from about the 15th of March, and the week after, the week of Easter, somebody big would be taken down. Exactly. So we know there's all that. We can't say exactly what date, because we're not supposed to know, because they're not supposed to know, because obviously they don't see it coming. But yeah, little meat, but everything. Yeah, but Dad said there was little meat, but everything else, including shit tickets, were there. And shit tickets, what Dad's saying, is toilet roll. I've never heard that before. They just made that up. Shit tickets. Oh my God. Shit tickets. I might be able to get some shit tickets tomorrow then, because I've been using hand tissues. I've had no toilet roll for 2 weeks. So we might be able to get some shit tickets tomorrow. I hope so. I'll be going in going, oh, I've got my shit tickets. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now I've got no meat, but it doesn't matter if there's no meat because I don't eat meat, so that's fine. But you got to have a laugh, haven't you? Yeah, so what I was going to do as well is, because I don't even know what I'm waffling on about, I just have my cacao cow. You got to get some of this. It's so nice in like an almond milk or something. Mine's in an oat milk, but it's like raw cacao, like tastes like chocolate powder. But everybody, if you weren't in before, you know, Seven follows me everywhere. I've had this for a couple of months, and when I got it out the other day, I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know this is the label that I chosen without even knowing. Seven Hills. It's got a map on it because it is the map home. It's a map way back to heart. And I will tell you something as well. What's the one biggest thing this whole lockdown is doing? To me, it's making you reflect. It's making people reflect. It's making people reflect on all these greedy people that are going around buying all this food. But if you've not noticed, in the Muggle world, everyone's sending lovely texts of hope and I love you, be safe. Well, hi Effie. Well, that's a frequency that people are sending out. So we are getting on this timeline. 7 and 17 in the house right now is a validation for me. Numbers. That's how we talk to in numbers. I was just laughing at Devin. I watched a bit of Devin before and he got 144 in his chat. And if you know what 144 is, then you'll know why. Numbers. On my side, it says 7 and 17. I point out it's gone down to 16 now just because I said it. Because I saw you right there. See, gone back to 17. See, trying to speak to me there. But yeah, it's a time of self-reflection. And that's what I don't like saying the muggles, but the people who are not really awake, starting to wake up, are sending texts of love. And I saw the other day, someone had painted a rainbow on the window when I was going to the country park and they said, be happy, smile, you know, everything's all right. And I thought, exactly, people are coming together and people are sending that love vibe out, even if they don't know they're doing it. So they're realising that they are just been into town, at least everyone is talking to each other. Exactly, we're seeing it happen. People are talking, even if it is about the virus, people are connecting, they're talking. Maybe stood from there to there, I don't know, because some people are so in fear. It's meant to be on contact, not on bodily contact, not in the air. People are sending nice texts to each other instead of all this stuff you used to get where people were just sending stuff round of horrible stuff and narcissistic stuff where people don't care. People all over the world are talking about the same thing and we're in it together. So when we're in something together and there's an invisible enemy, just like Trump was saying, this invisible enemy, this is where people start pulling together. Yes, you're going to have arguments and different opinions with different people, and even if you have to stay away for a bit, that's just an energy thing. That's just that's just a boundary thing, and that's okay because there's a lot of people, you know, out there that are not even in contact with the family, don't want them round or anything, you know, like put your thing on the doorstep and run away or do this and run away because it's just the way it is at the minute. But the inside message it's sending is a great thing. So some people see this as a bad thing and it so isn't. It's such a beautiful thing because people are realising what's more important when the shit hits the fan. And this isn't even the shit hitting the fan, but some people think it is. I see it as a very beautiful thing. I am so enjoying this quiet time. The stars are shining really bright. The sun went down and it was golden. Let me show you the picture of gold. It just reminds me of the golden age. Everyone's talking about the golden age at the minute. So beautiful, and there's not a lot of cars and everything's like, it's like proper sitting in the country, like no noise. It's gorgeous. Men off work doing jobs around the house, exactly. Neatest gardens ever. No sport on TV, pub shut. This virus was started by women. Yes, it was. It was corona. Well, apparently there's supposed to be like centre Earth has a corona core. So, exactly. What are all you men going to do? We can't go and watch football and this, that and the other. Oh, you're going to have to start having a bit of a think and a chat and connecting, aren't you? Connecting with yourself and, you know, maybe doing things that you've not done before. Because I know there's a lot of men out there that get very distracted by, it's not just men, by the way, it's women, but I'm just saying from my point of view. It's a lovely day here. I'm with some of my family, no way. I'm staying away. Exactly. And, you know, these people who are so used to being distracted by the material, the entertainment business, in all entertainment business, I'm talking about everything, you know what I'm saying? All of it. Don't know what to do with themselves. You need to start going within and reflecting on yourself because there's a lot of people out there who are not feeling in love and they like to project their lostness and their hurt and their things from the past on other people. that they live with and that they're around because they're not happy with themselves. This is a good time to reflect and realise you don't need validation from somebody else. You don't need to be told you're loved off someone else. You are love. Love yourself and love will come because you are. You don't need validation from nobody else. That's giving your power away. Corona crown. Yeah, one there as well. Me and my dad were just talking today, and I said, if Miss Queenie has gone and her husband, kicked the bucket, and they wouldn't say it anyway, because a lot of people are like, I wonder, apparently, you're not allowed to go to funerals and stuff, because obviously you'd be in a big group, so wouldn't that be a good way of not mourning her, because who wants to mourn her? The sleeping will want to mourn her, who don't know about her, but we wouldn't. I wouldn't even want to hear about it. So just putting it out there. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying, they might tell you that she went, but we couldn't say at the time. Can you imagine? Yeah, we'd be laughing. I'd be like, some people would be like, oh my God. Yeah. We'd be laughing. Our running joke putting our Michael Jackson on as in a face mask. Yeah. The false crown. Exactly. She's a false crown anyway, and a lot of sleeping people out there don't even know that. So we ain't mourning her. They might go down as if, she passed in a sleep of a blah, blah, blah. Oh, not really bothered. We're the real crowns. We're the real princes and we're the real kings and queens, gods and goddesses. We're the real ones, not them. Keeping the people down of the true light of the real souls, as people like to say, not the non-souls, or AI, as some like to say, or reptilians, or whatever people put out there. Soulless ones, I like to say. So, yeah, in that book there, Coming Home, Homecoming. Coming home. Yeah, taking our power back, exactly. And it's funny this, because it says on the back, 3 things are striking about the inner child. We all have an inner child, and this is what this helps you heal. The speed which people change when they do this work, the depth of the change and the power of and creativity, because creativity is everything. Your imagination is everything. That's why they try and get kids at a younger age and break them and all this, because it's the creativity of the imagination of the child that result when the wounds from the past are healed. We've got to heal from the past, but also there's that thing of there's just a picture there, and it says, now is the time to move on and bring your preschool self to the homecoming party you're throwing. Because imagination is so important. That's when people say about meditation. You can do it in your own way of how you want to do it. But when you visualize something in your mind's eye, people just think that's, it is manifesting, and it is very, very important that you see in your mind's eye with a visualization. Dolly, thanks for your great positive energies. I'm trying to pass that on and drop in some red pill. Thank you, Effie. Well, for all the ones that have just come in, I'll read out the message, but it was a poem. It just came in my head this morning. Then I'm going to read some cards out, and then I think there was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. Don't know. I got the songs in this morning. Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. And then One Love. And then it went from there where it went. And some of you have just heard this, but in an age of information, we are becoming the transformation within every nation. Freeing from the mind prison, we are the light prism. All the light from the one, a higher consciousness has begun. The way home is within the heart. Here now comes the change and a new start. No fear, only love of a new day. Ground fast, the light is here and it's here to stay. Love and light to all, we win, they fall. So, yes. Trump says he wants country back, open by Easter. Fox News, there you go. Country back, open by Easter. What did I just say before? On Thursday before Easter is the Passover country, Passover energy, Passover of a new world, not the order, Passover the golden age. pass over the economy, pass over of everything. Let's bring holistic medicine in and all the things that are going to start dripping in of different ways. And, ooh, I can feel it. And everyone will go, why do you look to America? Because if America falls, we all fall. And if America doesn't, we don't. And everything sweeps from America to everywhere else. So if they're setting themselves free and they bring in new things, it will shortly follow over here. And you will hear Boris saying it as well. And also, I'd like to play you what the news said the other day, where we know the stuff happening. What does Q always say? Are you ready? Let me just find it, because I'll probably find the wrong one. Twitter. Now this is the UK about someone being treated in the hospital, right? But listen to what she says.
Tara was treated in the capital, where some hospitals are already under pressure, but this is still the calm before the storm.
We've got a few cases, a few patients critically ill, but at the moment we can cope.
A few cases. Oh, bog off. A few cases. A few people are critically ill. Now, people are critically ill all the time. A few cases. That's not what they were saying the other day when someone was on covering the head up. She just said the calm before the storm. Is that what did she just say the calm before the storm? That was hilarious. Someone filmed that on the TV, and put it on Twitter. So listen to that again.
This is still the calm before the storm.
This is the calm before the storm. So, yeah, I was going to say something else and I can't think what it was. Yep, calm before the storm. I reckon that as well, Mary. They're never going to tell us properly, I don't think, because there's too many sheeple that really liked them and loved them and looked up to them and worshipped them. So they'd find that really hard. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Prince Philip's not been seen since a car crash. No, he hasn't. They'll put pictures out, yeah, and people don't even know that they have double bodies. They'll put a picture out from like 4 years ago and they're all like, oh, he was seen here. Yeah, right, okay then. And that's mainstream media for you, and everyone sits there and laps it up. So, let me find some cards. I'm looking. I'm just going to have a look through this, flick through this book a minute, my book of Now Be Here, Now Be Here, Now Be Here, Now Be Here. Says the page that I've landed on, this one. Says, the way is the harmony, the way is the harmony of the universe. When one comes into the spirit, which is what we will all be doing, and this is bigger than, you know, people think it's just to do with what's happening in the 3D, but we need to come to spirit. Into the spirit, when one sees how it is, one understands that behind all of the individual differences, it says man, woman, man, big, little, old, young, good, bad. Yeah, because that is what's going on. Every label you can think of becomes background instead of figure. Here we are, here and now. That's all there is. And that's what I've been saying about the now. And we've all been all right in the now. And if it isn't beautiful, man, there's nothing. And I've been saying today, it was beautiful being in the here and now. It was beautiful. Some people will be sat there fearing, oh God, let's talk about regurgitate the same thing. Let's talk about the virus all day long. For God's sake, just enjoy the sunshine and the peace. It was beautiful. I can't wait for tomorrow. So you say, well, I can't have it beautiful now, but later, when we get the food home, it will be beautiful. Later never exists. What's happened to a life insurance, to I don't even know what that says, to planning, saving, responsibilities? Nothing's happened to any of it. And this is the whole thing with, I believe there's something good coming. And we're talking about the biblical coded thing with Easter. But I don't sit here at home going, oh, I can't wait till then. Like, I'm not going to enjoy the now. I'm going to fear all the way till then just in case it doesn't act like that. No, I'm enjoying now. Now. And then I'll enjoy now when I get off here. And then I'm going to enjoy tomorrow all throughout the day. And the next day and the next day and the next day. Because I believe every day gets better. And nothing lasts forever anyway. So isn't that sense of people fearing with tomorrow's chip paper? We'll be all laughing at this in time. Like I said, calling it the greatest time in history of the bog roll apocalypse. We'll all be laughing at it. Do you remember when? Oh my God. Blah, blah, blah. But do you remember when the whole world went on lockdown and everyone had to think and reflect and entertain themselves? Like, I don't know, play music if you're a musician like Rich is doing, putting his good music out because he's ace at what he does, but he's putting a frequency out. Like, everyone's doing it in different ways. You don't have to be a singer or an artist or whatever. It's just that joy mode. That joy mode sends a frequency out. You don't want to see people in the street going, oh my God. There will be people like that. Would you want to be around people like that, fun, listening to that in these times? It's just going to make you go on a downer. You want to be around upbeat people. This is why I said very careful what you watch, because like I just said before with someone's channel, putting a load of crap out that they just watch stuff and put stuff out and they're going on about an Armageddon timeline. We're not on an Armageddon timeline. An Armageddon wasn't set in stone. It was just a timeline they wanted us on. It's not set in stone. Nothing really is. That's why Magenta Pixie was sort of saying with the whole, we've got to do this. I mean, we're doing it. We are doing it. But we've got to do this. We've got to do the work within as well. Everybody's got to do the work. But if you want to go back on Armageddon timeline, you could call that a New World Order, fear mode. That person's pumping that out because that's what they believe. But then the people in that chat will believe that. And that's fear mongering, as I see it anyway. That's just the way I see it. And I just think Armageddon, I had that book, I ripped it up and chucked it in the bin. So that ain't happening in my reality. So, it's getting better all the time. It's like I said, if you're focusing on the good things and you're not listening to people that are trying to bring it down all the time, and you're actually looking about you and really listening to what real people are saying, and like not looking at the news in that way, because I don't look at the news unless I'm looking for something, but not looking at what they're saying and believing in what they're saying, because we all know the mainstream media are the enemy. And it is a visible enemy as well, like Trump keeps saying. There's many layers of the invisible enemies. It's not, it's not just mainstream. Dolly Daydream will. Oh yeah, William Cooper, Isaac Cappy. If true, can you imagine what do you mean? What app? What have you? What? I think my dad sent me a WhatsApp. Oh right. I'm like, what? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, WhatsApp. Who's that? Oh. Oh my God. Sorry to the people. They're just saying, what if? I'm not saying this is God's honest truth, but what if? A lot of people are, what if Isaac Cappy's alive? Because we know that some people have faked the death to the... And what if Bill Cooper's alive? See, some people think Bill Cooper was Alex Jones, which it wasn't anyway. And what if they're alive? Because remember, they're being... Oh, what if that's April Fool's Day? I'm only putting it out there. Because people have had to look like they've done something, because they've been trolling mainstream media and the elites and the actresses and actors that are all, let's say, on that side, these people without souls. Imagine if they fake their deaths because they've done it, and then when they come back, there's going to be all this stuff. People will be asking why, like I said with JFK Jr., why did you fake your death? Why did you do that? Why did you? The whole story comes out. Can you imagine if Michael Jackson's still alive? Just putting it out there, but can you imagine if these two are still alive? Yeah, is Bill Cooper the one who... Am I getting mixed up? Is Bill Cooper William... Is that the one who wrote Behold the Pale Horse? Because if that's the one who wrote Behold the Pale Horse, if you haven't listened to that already, and even if that isn't the guy who did it, you need to listen to that, because that's very... Yeah, so if you haven't listened to the audio, we did, I think a few years ago, didn't we, Dad? Bill Cooper wrote a book about basically the silent war we've been in of poisoning us through our food, mind, all that sort of stuff. It's really, really long. It goes through to Eisenhower, JFK, the little, not suitcases, the little satchel they get when they become a president of what they're not supposed to know, but did some find out. And it all goes right down to ETs as well. So, but they were saying, we don't, and all that, and it's really good. Can you imagine? Yes. So this is why I say I believe. A lot of people know I'm into Q, but it's not just that. That isn't why I think there's a good way coming. I'm also quite in tune with other things, even though some people think it's dust. But I've always been a bit like that, and I think it was good servant as someone commented today and said, it's good that you're not intellectual, but you're off with the other, because that's quite, and I know exactly what you're saying. I'm not. I can think right outside the box, and some people won't. Yeah, predicted 9/11 and all that stuff's in there. It's a really good listen to. Why you're on lockdown, people, you could read it. It's long, but it's good. And if you sat in the sun or sat in the house and you're getting a bit bored and you want some new information, if you haven't heard about that, it's very interesting. So this is why I'm saying there's bigger things going on, because some people are awake and they just think it's to do with the government, the shadow government, and the deep state, and then and all that. There's much more going on. Much, much more going on. I've always said it's multi-layered. It's like peeling an onion back. There's just pure layers. Just layers. And I think when we actually find out the real truth of disclosure that is dripping out, and will start dripping out more and more and more as we go into things, it's amazing. And this world is a wonderful world. It's like, wow. But we've not been able to experience it properly the way we always should have done with manifestation. But what a good thing is, Magenta Pixie said today was, this is a world manifesting. Consciousness is world manifesting at the minute. So it does bring stuff in. But can you imagine if Isaac Cappy and Bill Cooper are still alive? That's massive. I mean, bringing down Hollywood anyway, but oh my God. Can you imagine if something comes out on April Fool's Day? I'm just saying. Wouldn't that be good? April Fool's Day, you fought these people. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but anyway, let's pull some cards, because I'm going to go and chill out. I get too excited by that old stuff. So, like I said, I don't want to talk about what everyone else is talking about, because we're all getting a bit sick of talking about it, that thing, because talking about it all the time makes you sick. And if you're feeling sick of hearing it, it makes you sick. Let's concentrate on other stuff. It is what it is at the minute. I'm going shopping tomorrow, so I'm going to have a look and see if things are a little bit different again. Michael Jackson. Yeah, I'm wondering. I've seen stuff, and I'm hoping, because, oh my God, I love that guy. Oh my God. I think they've had different people in different areas over time. A bit like, as if you'd say, like a CIA agent that working in those areas of entertainment that would see things. I'm not saying everyone's perfect at all, but you know what I mean? They'd have to have people in different areas to see things, or they became part of it to let people know, whistleblowers. Right, the one that's come out is, oh my God. Feel like crying. Happy tears. You know, I'm always going on about the rebirth. I'm going on about Easter, and there's a new way coming in, and this is what we're trying to do, rebirth in a new era of the golden age. Are you ready? Oh. Birth in a new age. Look at them circles there. Look at that lovely little realm with the... It says, birthing a new age, bringing new creations. Dreaming a new world into being. Was that not just what I was saying? This is how we manifest. But a lot of the consciousness is manifesting what we all want the same thing, so it has to come in. That's a world manifestation, because that's how the micro and the macro work. That's beautiful. With the big shiny stars there, which remind me of orbs, and then Venus shining. It's, yeah. And see, when stars shine like that, it's a cross. That's where I think Christ consciousness, it's a cross. It's where they say we meet, human meets the intersection in the middle with spirit, and this is through here. That's how I see it anyway. I'm going to have to go for 3 cards now, but see, that's in tune with me. I'm in tune with that. I think most of you will be as well. That's why I'm just chilling out. Yeah, it's so. This is what I was saying to someone who I just can't speak to at the minute because I've been saying to him when they say, "Oh, but you're too much in that world." No, I'm in both realms. We're supposed to be. I keep saying this, but I want to see what's going on. I don't have to because I believe in myself and I don't need no validation from anyone else. What's coming in through other things as well, but I want to see it. I'm so excited for everybody waking up, the people, the real souls, whatever you want to call it. It's beautiful. I'm loving it. Loving every minute of it. Of course, I want to see this greatest time ever that's going to go down in history of freedom. I call it Liberation Earth and all beings on it. You know, just saying. Of course I want to see that. Why would I? There's a lot of people that go, oh, I don't need, I'm not watching what's going on in 3D because we don't have to. That's good. That's brilliant. You do that. But I actually want to see it. When it goes down in history, you'll be like, oh, yeah, well, I was chilling out somewhere. That's brilliant. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But I actually want to see it and say, oh, God, do you remember? It was a ride, wasn't it? We were all doing our thing, but we actually saw it. We saw all the shenanigans, all the game playing. We get to play our game properly after this. We can move up to the next levels. They've kept us trapped on a level of like looping. But it's been us as well to break free from that consciousness. But that's why I'm saying you can still be there and watch what's going on. But we're in the eye of the storm, so but storms always pass and a rainbow comes at the end, so Oh, another one's just fell out. Dance with life. Well, dance with life. Do something to change your energy. That's what I've been saying. Stop feeling gloomy about the so-called lockdown because really there's more things going on than you know. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. As soon as you start feeling crap, you need to change your energy. And I've got something before I go actually to do that. You're all entitled to be excited and remember where you were when the shift exactly. Can you imagine? It'll be like 9/11, but a good one. You know what I mean? Not the one they put out, the one we put out of. Do you remember where you were when it... Oh, amazing. Right, one more, and then I'm going to go through a bit of a meditation. I'm not going through meditation, but if anyone needs any help with shifting energy, this is what I do sometimes. I'll just let you know. 17, still in the house. 18, JFK Jr.'s in right now with a number 9. Number 9, Divine. Divine Feminine's in the house with JFK Jr. Some people are like, what's she talking about? Oh, I'm talking about numbers. Oh, God. Oh, 3 cards have fell out, so I'll right. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Have a drink. The Council of Lights. Well, I had a bit of lighting. The Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. That's what I was talking about before. There are helpers in the subtle realms. Call them what you want. They're all different, but they're all the same. Alignment. What's the last one? You go first. Leap, like a leap of faith. You go first, the universe will catch you. The universe has got our back. But that one's just ace. Birthing a new age. That's all I'm saying. I know. So, before I go, if you're feeling like, oh, I want to try and meditate, I'm not really sure what to do, or I want to release some energy, or someone's getting on your nerves, or anything that might be anxiety or something, with what's going on, if there's still people out there who are feeling a bit bubbly with stuff, I just don't, I know this is going to sound mad, I really do feel a lot and can get upset over a lot of things, but lately I'm just like, I'm not neutral, I'm just in the like, I'm just fine, I'm just like, So, what I would say, I wrote it down, what do I normally do? I've wrote it down. Thank you. Oh yeah, I wrote it down here. So, it's good if you can sit in the light, if there's a bit of light coming through your window or in the garden or whatever. It doesn't matter if you're not. I put sit in the light, breathe deeply through your nose. I'd say, I know other people do this and I do it as well, but hold for 3 and then deep breathe out your mouth quick for 3 and then breathe in and just keep doing that a little bit. And then imagine with your eyes closed, this is what I do. With your eyes closed, the good times, exactly. breathing in love. You're breathing it in and you can imagine it going around your heart. Like I always see like a pink energy. You're breathing it in and you're sending love to yourself. And then, what did I put? Breathing it in, and then you're breathing out any fear and anxiety of what you're feeling. And you visualize seeing that feeling of anxiety or whatever it is, or whatever, in a bubble, and the bubble floating off in the distance, because your imagination is very important. And then it just pops on the horizon. It's not gone to bad or good. It's not popped because it's good or bad. It's just popped, and the energy's just been neutralized back to just I just say I don't think energy is good or bad. It just is. It's the intention that's put on it. So it just pops off, and it's sort of just being transmuted into just energy, and that's all it is. Q is going to be biblical, bigger than even we all thought. I know that's what Q said. It's going to be biblical, bigger than we all thought. So we're not supposed to know what the actual big, massive outcome is, and I think we're all going to be shocked because they wouldn't put that out there on a timeline because the dark side would know. And if you watch Magenta Picture, you'll understand that as well. But obviously, and that's why people think Q's not real because certain dates, because we speculate. We don't get it right. We just speculate. It's all on a timer and it's all divinely whatever coming in. So I'm just enjoying every moment until whatever happens. We can tell there's a feeling in the air. It is the sun's more golden. There's great things going on. So therefore, this soon will pass, like everything does. You only have to look at cycles. People who are on the New World Order train, you can stay on it or get off at a different station. I got off that ages ago. I never really looked into that. I just thought, what a load of crap. Yes, they were bringing it in. She was going to cap it off. But there's a lot of people jumping off that train now, and that's all you have to do. It's jump off it. So seeing your mind's eye, your fear in a bubble, it floats off onto the horizon, and just you watch it pop, and it just transmutes into just energy, and that's it. And then you just sit with yourself for a little bit, breathe again, breathe in some pink light, and saying to yourself, what did I put? Yeah, pink light. Fill your body, and tell yourself you love yourself. Tell yourself you love yourself, because you're loving your cells. I see 33 and 333 too many times for it to be quick. Exactly. Well, I see 33. Some people say it's a master number anyway. It's just a number. It's a master number that they use. And also Christ consciousness, they say. Master number. I think it's just the universe talking to you as well. If you start seeing, personally, I think it means you're getting in alignment with the things that you're looking at. Because I see a lot of the same numbers. But it's not because someone's a Mason 33, because it's just a master number. And they also do say, Jesus, 33, Christ consciousness. So you can do little meditations like that where you're just breathing. You're breathing in love for yourself, and you're feeling it, and you're feeling a pink energy go around, and you're seeing it go around your heart. And then when you breathe out, you're releasing all that stress and that energy, but really feel it come out of your body, and seeing it float off, like I said, in a bubble, pop and go off into just transmuted into just energy again. Do it a few times till you start feeling better within yourself. So every day, if you're someone who starts to feel anxiety or you need to calm down a bit because maybe you're feeding into too much news at the minute, go and sit and do that again. It only has to take 5 minutes, 2 minutes. You don't have to sit there doing it for an hour. Also, just like Magenta Picture saying, I've been saying this for weeks. Stop looking at too much stuff. This is an age of information. You don't need to be looking at absolutely everything, because everybody hasn't got everything right. Neither have I. But there's also a lot of people out that work for that side that are purposely putting stuff out to put people off certain things to make you go into fear. So there's no point trying to look at every single channel and this, that and the other. We all know bits of what's going on. We all know there's a supposedly virus out. We all know supposedly what we're supposed to be doing at the minute. So we just go with it. Play the game at the minute. You don't need to be constantly feeding yourself every day with the news. Even other channels, me or whatever, anybody. You don't need to be doing that. You need to be enjoying yourself in the moment. And if the sun's out, getting your garden or whatever, you're allowed to go for a walk, so you can do that. Enjoy being creative and tuning in, doing some meditations, getting your mindset stronger for what's about to come. Because there's no point overfeeding yourself with too much information. You know, especially if you're on that thing of like, you know, there's this knowing now, and I can't take any more information in now. I'm like, right, that's it now. Forget the TP, get some popcorn now, the show, you're watching a movie. Exactly. We're watching a movie play out. Most of us know we're watching it play out. Some people are still fearing and have jumped straight back into it when it's like, we know we're watching a movie being played out. It's being played out for the muggles. Yeah, Magenta Pixie, Tapper has put it in there. So, yeah, I'm going to go. So, please enjoy tomorrow, today, wherever you are, whatever it is. And remember, we're all in it together. We stay strong when we're pumping, and if we're pumping positivity out and we're doing the work within as well, and we're wanting these intentions and things, you know, because I do believe that's even, like when I'm doing art, I intentionally put things on my art. They're always nice things because things go into the collective. So, you know, I don't want to be drawing horrible things, but that's not what's within me anyway. So you do just see me constantly really drawing energy forms, and that's what I call these now, the little circles, and a lot of women's faces, as I've always done, and now I've realised why. So yeah, like I said, I'm still reading the book of Light Medicine. I'll let you know how that's going because it's really, really good. I'm just putting together the last bit of the side bit on one of my meditation cushions, which I love, because if any of you are trying to meditate, these cushions are this is mine, by the way, but these cushions are I sit outside with them. I was sat outside on it today. I use it as a pillow sometimes. A cat could sit on it. You can use them for meditating or in your garden as floor cushions, because they are floor cushions really. But I sit on mine in the garden when I'm having a cacao in the morning, or whatever I'm having in the morning, and just sit there on it because they're nice and comfy. So they're really, really good. Bye, Dolly, and all, with love and light always. Thank you, Deanie. So Trump says Easter Sunday will be beautiful. I do believe it will, and I do believe churches will, because I do believe everyone's pumping that good ass energy out there. And if anyone remembers when they had an Easter last time and someone was dressed up in a rabbit suit, follow the white rabbit, and I thought, oh, looks a bit like you know who. So just saying, bit biblical times coming up. We're not that far off the biblical times, are we? So let's just see. But let's enjoy every day, every moment, every day, without fearing, oh God, what if it's... Blah, blah, blah. Just enjoy the moment you're in. As I keep saying, have you had a good day today? Have you enjoyed the sunshine? Have you enjoyed talking to people or sitting in with yourself, reading, whatever it is that you've been doing, even if you're not going out? Have you enjoyed your day? If you have and you're okay at the minute, I know it's been hard for some people, but what I'm saying is you're all right in the now. You're all right in the moment. Have you had a good day? So have you all had a good day today? Or still having a good day wherever you are? Before I go. JFK Junior Energy Zinker's 18. Anybody? Before I switch the button off, because I'm going to go and chill out. I'm watching something on Netflix, and it's about a guy that does hypnotism with a woman who finds people that have been murdered. I know it sounds a bit funny, but no, she's a psychic. It's quite interesting. It's new. I'm going to watch this. Wonderful day, thank you. Exactly, Tapper. Yes, walk 2 miles in the sunshine, and I bet you thoroughly enjoyed it, because I think people are probably doing things they don't normally do. Because if they're God, I can't speak. If they're being told to stay in, and you're staying in a lot, but then you're saying you can go out for exercise, people might be getting a bit more exercise than they normally get, and that's good. That's good. Enjoy it. 17 in. So anyway, I'm going to go, because I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my evening now and watch the end of this thing that I was watching while I'm stitching this thing up. And tomorrow is going to be another glorious day. It is. So, yeah, keep vibing high. We're all in this together, and do the things that you're enjoying. And just remember, all isn't as it seems. So, yeah, love and light to everyone, and I'll see you very soon.